everyone! So today I want to talk about something that has been bothering me for a while. So nowadays I see videos from influencers stating how incredibly important it is for you to start waking up at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. to start your morning routine and start being productive. So the first disclaimer here is that I'm actually a morning person. I have like a 3-hour morning routine from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. when I start working. I've been a morning person for as long as I can remember. When I was like 7, 8 or 9 years old, I remember I was the first person waking up in my house and I did all of these crazy things in the morning. I played, I wrote, I read tons of books, and I was very productive in the morning even as a child. Even if being a morning person is not exactly the coolest thing you can be because you are not very full of energy at nighttime, so going out can be a problem. I never tried to tell myself to be something else than being a morning person. Problem with this whole trend of just blatantly telling people they should wake up very early is that not all people are morning people. And it's not their problem, and it's not because they are lazy. It's because they naturally are not prone to be productive and have high levels of energy during the morning. And my problem with this is that it seems like there has been a big shaming of these people in the productivity community and in the studying community. And despite being a morning person, I'm really not okay with that. In my experience, what really changes your productivity levels is not being a morning person or a night owl, and it's simply having a very concise and very healthy sleeping schedule. As long as you're sleeping your 8 full hours of sleep every night, independently of when you are sleeping or when you're going to bed, you should be okay. Of course, I'm not saying that you should do radical things like staying up at 4 a.m. every single night and waking up at noon, but perhaps it should not be a problem if you go to bed at midnight or even 1 a.m. and wake up at 8 in the morning or 9. I think it's absolutely ridiculous to force yourself not to be productive at night if that's your natural hour of being productive. Also, being a morning person doesn't actually work for all people in terms of schedule and lifestyle. If you have a very long commute to your work or to school, maybe you need to wake up at 4 a.m. to have a nice and healthy morning routine. And maybe waking up at 4 a.m. is not that healthy for you. For some people, being a morning person does not make sense. For some people, it's really detrimental to work at night or work in the evening when you have rested, after you had dinner, and when the house is silent, or even if that's the only time you have to be productive. If a schedule makes sense for you, and you are sleeping your 8 hours and you can maintain your healthy habits despite of them being before the sun rises in the morning, you should follow that schedule. For instance, if you're a student and all of your classes are in the afternoon, late afternoon, or even at night, maybe it doesn't make sense for you to wake up at 5 a.m. when you have the whole morning in the following day to be productive. And you can start your morning at 9 a.m. and still do all of your healthy habits, do all of your productive work, and still make sure that you had your 8 hours of sleep, and maybe you took advantage of the energy you had in the previous afternoon to do some work in the evening or late at night. I actually know so many incredibly successful students who are night owls. And these are not the kind of night owls that slept in the library and were studying all day long and they did nothing for themselves. No, these were students who were night owls, but they were actually very incredibly healthy students in terms of habits. They worked out, they ate healthily, they had a social life, they had their hobbies, but they absolutely preferred to work at night instead of waking up early and go study without wanting to study. So in my opinion, balance is key. Make your sleeping schedule a priority and make it work for your lifestyle and your natural tendency to work in the morning, in the afternoon, or at night. If you are unsure of whether you are a morning person, a night owl, or simply a balanced person in terms of productivity, you can try different schedules and see what works for you the best. My main message here is do not feel pressured by social media, by influencers, by bloggers, by celebrities to tell you when you should be waking up, because You know yourself the best, and you should trust your guts, trust your instincts, and just go with it. So I'm really curious, and I want you to tell me down below whether you are a morning person or a night owl, because I'm really interested to understand what are the productivity patterns in this community. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next week. Bye!